Hello, welcome to the building of the Build of the Month for what month? I don't know. What does it even count for?
This is going to be December. Yeah,
Yes.
this is going to be December.
But we're in November, so do we say it's the building of the Build of the Month for December?
This will be the build of December.
All right. So it's the build of this is the building of the Build of the Month for the Build of the Month for December. Clear as day. Is this okay back here? Yeah. Woo! So this is the show where we are going to take some sets and we're going to build a thing, which will then be the genesis for the Build of the Month. And we want your ideas and your input, and we're going to kind of hang out for roughly 2 hours and see if we get crazy.
Yep.
What's our track record for getting crazy, Selena?
10 out of 10.
Okay. I was going to say 11 out of 10.
Yeah. I guess from the top. This is my first time behind the controls, so be nice.
But Chris is lurking just in case
Chris
things
is lurking.
blow up. Yeah.
So if a wrong button gets pushed, which it won't, but if it does, it's because I'm new here.
Well, and it's in the spirit of Dwarven Forge Live, where we're showing it to you raw. It's a little sometimes rough around the edges.
Bane Stabberwocky says these minis go to 11.
We had a where did we have the 11? Where was it? Where did we have this goes to 11? Just recently we made a Spinal Tap reference. Did we send a survey? Why is this irking me? And Jay didn't know what the reference was.
I don't know.
It was with, I think it was in regards to the restock.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It was the. Oh, no. It was on the descriptions. Our Wildlands set descriptions.
Oh, okay.
One of them was this set. We're taking this set up to 11, and he's like, "Well, there's more than 11 pieces." I'm confused. It's like, no, it's the whole thing.
It's.
Yeah, but I think people got it. Maybe or not. But anyway, so before we start building, do we have any news?
Yes. From the top, this is our first stream of the week. Glad you guys tuned in just in time. We have a stream on Wednesday. It's on the Anvil with the Nate Taylor. That'll be at 7 o'clock Eastern. And then on Thursday, we have the Hamster Hobby Hang. So bring a hobby and come hang at 6 p.m. Eastern time on Thursday.
Do you know what's happening on the Hobby Hang on Thursday? Is there a
They don't decide till the day of.
Amazing. But it's so DF.
Yep.
Well, for Wednesday, the plan for On the Anvil is it's going to be a chill build stream. The idea is a little
chill.
Yeah, we're going to be chill. We're just going to be chill. We're going to be we're going to just sort of be a bubble out of the rest of the real world for 2 hours. And Chris, did you figure out if you are co-hosting or what are on Wednesday?
I think I figured out a way to make it work. I just need to make sure it's gonna
work.
Fly. Yeah.
Okay. So theoretically, Chris and I are gonna be hanging out, fielding questions, and I'm gonna be building a build for an encounter for my home game. I have something in mind, so we'll be building and chatting and just basically just chilling out, and I'll see how many beers we can drink on camera. Is that a good plan for Wednesday?
Aren't we PG?
Yeah, but that's like, how many beers are you allowed to drink in PG? 2?
I don't know.
No. Well, because your life is not PG.
I do not live a PG lifestyle.
Bring your own build?
BYOB, bring your own build.
BYOBNB, build and beer.
Bring your own bed and breakfast.
There you go. So the bed and breakfast episode, Wednesday. So we're going to be just hanging out, building, answering questions, and mostly just hiding out from reality for a couple hours.
Next on the news, we have a survey going out. Nate, do you want to talk about the survey?
Yeah, there's a survey going out.
Survey 4.
So it's going, conceptually, we're going to send it out tomorrow morning. We're very excited. And it's our future site survey, trying to figure out where we're going next. And we're going to actually send, check this out. It's now 2 surveys. So this is part 1. Then we'll have the Empire Strikes Back part. This is very focused on city offerings and the like. And then we're going to send the second one that's more Kickstarter focused, of like, hey, should we do more live streams? Hey, should we have this and whatever? So this is basically all just cities and stretch goals. is all the
Cities
questions
and
are.
stretch goals.
Yeah, it's like, well, how can we make the stretch goals better, and what sort of stuff would you see related to cities? And it should take you approximately 14 minutes, according to the survey thing. But I did it in 7, but I also wrote the questions, so I don't know. I might be cheating. So not that I'm
Not to
bragging,
brag.
but yeah, 7 minutes to see what your record is.
7 minutes in survey heaven.
Yeah. So that's going to go out tomorrow, and ideally we can get answers back before the 9th when we start brainstorming.
Just gonna move this
Yeah.
real quick.
Chris is
We're gonna-
moving a mic.
Hey, we want to try switching to the other camera while we're
Yeah.
see what
Ready?
happens.
And
Wow. How about
You
the
want-
3 view with the other?
with the sniper?
Yeah.
Can do that
Ooh,
too.
Look at this. Now, do we have a solo of just the sniper?
Uh,
Oh! So, welcome to Building the Build Month. We are.
Oh, one more thing. I have my
Oh, we got more
own.
news.
I have my own news.
What's the news?
The news color is purple. And the color is Build of the Month. Build of the Month for November that we did on the last building of the Build of the Month goes live next week with the Build of the Month bundle.
That was a lot of Build of the Months
Yep.
in a. Is it November 11th, next
Yes,
Wednesday.
November 11th, we're going to drop the Build of the Month bundle. And if you don't know, we started doing this a few builds of the month ago. All the sets that we build, we offer in a bundle with a gift card that's available for the entire month that the build is a part of.
And this is Hellscape. It's the Hellspawn Hollow. So it'll be a bundle of Hellscape stuff to beef up your Hellscape collection. It's a good bundle if you already have some Hellscape stuff, or a good entry point bundle too. And we're also restocking a bunch of Hellscape stuff that day too.
Yep.
We have Encounter 3, Soul Cage Vault will roll out there, as well as a bunch of the sets, including the Walls, Floors, and Corners set, which is like a crucial bread and butter set, which is sold out currently. So looking forward.
Deranged Penguin would like to know if we know the price for that Build of the Month yet.
I'm sorry to report no idea. But perhaps we have no idea. Actually, no. I was gonna say you could slack Eric while we get to a quiet point, but he's like it's not actually calculated. So yeah.
They'll see in a
So
week.
It's I'm sorry. We in general we try and get them to be under $500 and ideally closer to $200 to $300, which sort of seems to be the general threshold where you can do something meaningful, or at least interesting. Because we need to do a couple of sets, right? So if we were just doing a build of the month with just the classic remastered, you could do that for $100. But that set already exists, and people figure that one out. We're trying to do stuff with a couple of sets. So, was there any other news? What else is going on? Do we have any?
What else? I go on vacation tomorrow. Happy about that.
Yeah.
Going to a farm. Gonna go hang out with some goats.
It was Odin Forge's birthday.
Odin
the
Forge's
Halloween
birthday.
Yeah.
What a lucky guy.
Right?
Wow.
I think his wife stuffed his face in some cake.
That's good. That's good. Anyway,
Class.
let's build some Build of the Month.
All right, so
I'm gonna switch to just you.
yeah, so this month we're using. Oh wait, I'm stealing your sound effect. We're doing. We're gonna use a Plaguestone set as our base. So I'm starting with a Sinister Dungeon Lair. The reason being, our hope is that this Build of the Month will go live on Black Friday, and the bundle will go live then also. And our Plaguestone is going live then also. So this will be a fun. Not only will we have the Plaguestone in its entirety, Plaguestone areas, all the smaller Plaguestone sets, but we'll have a bundle that includes some Plaguestone stuff. So Plaguestone. So the Sinister Dungeon Lair is. Thank you, Tyler, for gathering all this stuff up. Oh, but I like slimy beer. We need like a. I don't know what we need.
I don't know if there's any
Some way that I can slam pieces but not blow up people's ears.
I wonder if there's plugins for audio in OB. Probably not.
Probably not. We'd have to run
Like there
it
is in
on
Premiere.
Yeah, no.
Mm.
So Sinister Dungeon Lair is as the name might imply, it's got a bunch of dungeon pieces. It's fun. So I'm thinking. So I don't know. So here's what we need. This is where the fun part comes in. I mean, not that this right. This was riveting so far. So I don't know.
I am engaged.
Who is the lucky lady?
I'm engaged to Pluto the dog. As
All right, as it were.
first thing off the dome.
10 out of 10. So I had totally lost what we were saying.
No,
Oh, so
my girlfriend did dress up as a bride for Halloween, so she sent a picture of her parents, and she was the bride from Ready or Not, so she carries a shotgun, and so sent it to her parents saying shotgun wedding, which is funny because lesbians. Ooh.
See, that's like, wow, it's still blowing out the.
Yeah, I don't know what's hitting it. Is it that one?
You know what it is? Is this is still. It was lit for the basilisk and whatever. I don't know. Go try sniper. See what sniper looks like. That's better, ish. Yeah. So Sinister Dungeon Lair, bunch of dungeon bits. The highlight being a bunch of good necromancer goodies, which is gonna be kind of fun. And then my thought was, so this is where I was getting to. This is where we need some engagement from the community. So we need to figure out what the heck we're building. What's the story, right? Anywhere from a illicit salamander breeding ground to I don't know, an illithid factory for making nautiloids. Whatever, we don't know where it's gonna go, and that's kind of part of the fun. So one, we got to figure out what we're making, and two, we got to figure out that one's killing me.
Yeah, you're too.
That theoretically is for the. Oh, I see. That was giving all the kick. Yeah.
I'm gonna try and hit it from a different angle.
Yeah.
While you do that, I'm just gonna put you on the overhead.
Boinga. All right, so I got to figure out what set to combine this with. So right now, Tyler pulled out 4 different sets, which are the classic advanced builder set, which has a bunch of like fiddly walls and floors and whatnot, which might pair nicely with this. We pulled out the classic Dungeon Remastered set, which is kind of cheating because that, like, I don't know if we need to build of a month that set. Also, it's $100, so maybe not the best one to add. We have the floors from the KS1 Dungeon Floors set, which combines nicely with the classic advanced because the advanced builder set doesn't really have floors, and that is all floors, so that would kind of hopefully add a bunch of this. And then the KS1 dressing set, which has another bunch of fun features and dressings, which might make this lively. So I don't know. Let's sort of mess around with this and see what we get, and then figure out what we need to add to this to make it into something real. Oh, that is easier on my eyes.
Yep.
So let's lay out what we got here. So there's some daises, which is kind of fun. But it's an odd collection of daises. It's okay. Safety chain for the save.
It's fine.
I won't tell Pluto here that you almost died. We get passage walls.
Pluto wants the life insurance.
All right. What's your policy worth?
I got some good life insurance.
Yeah, you're worth like $1 million if you get knocked off.
Not quite. Let's visit the chat before I go back to fidgeting with more lights.
Oh yeah. So what should we? So the question is, what should we build? Right. What do we have? So we've got these. We've got phylactery staves and this crazy altar and a body and a bucket of parts and a chest and some barrels and a bunch of manacles, like lots and lots of manacles, like tons of manacles. A couple of torches.
We have some suggestions already.
Yeah. What do we have?
AK Yeti starts us off with theme: Black Market Golem Factory in a
Ooh.
cave in the woods, murdering people, stealing souls, and selling resulting golems to illicit buyers for dirty deeds done dirt cheap.
Wow, bonus points for the AC/DC in there. A golem, like the Golem Factory, that's a good one. Also, sort of feels like creepy Halloween, like that could be a D&D horror movie, right? The creepy Golem Factory. Totally into that.
Sten Fisker says Reanimator reanimates anime.
Reanimates what?
Anime.
Anime. The reanimation of the Reanimator is there's something to be said for that.
Merc90 says we did breeding grounds. Now the Alchemist supplies a cloning center.
Ooh, cloning. Cloning is a good creepy Yeah.
What if Build of the Month just kind of turns into like the extended universe? Like it's like American Horror Story, where we eventually will link up all of the storylines. I'll workshop it. Deranged Penguin says Alien vs Predator Esquire Sacrifice Chamber? Escape? ESQ? That's Esquire, right?
Esquire.
Yeah.
But that one needs more explanation.
Yep.
But I do have a soft spot for both Alien and Predator.
Finlay Shard says Necromancer having a portal to the negative plane that they are using to mass animate bodies and using those to dig under key areas of the city above with the intent to destroy key pillars, etc., in order to collapse the city.
Wow. Wait, so that was a Necromancer with a portal that's getting bodies and using them to tunnel, so undermine the key pillars of the community. That's a fun, similar. Could also the Golem Factory could also have a similar, like I like the idea of excavating under the city.
Gilded Poison coming at us with I think the first pun of the day. Gilded Poison says, "Home of the Pentagrams, a group of elderly evil witches."
The Pentagrams is a really good witch band name.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Just gotta age about 60 more years and I can start my band. My heavy metal witch band. Just like the witch band from Scooby-Doo. I'll come back to be in the Scooby-Doo of the future.
Scooby-Doo.
I'm a hexgram and I'm gonna cast a spell on you. Yep. Mm-hmm. The Esk was meant to be like ESK instead of ESQ.
Oh, Esk.
Yeah.
Oh, ESQUE.
So Alien vs Predator-esque.
We could have. Well, that could be it, right? It could be. It could be the Necromancer could be making either the targets or the hunters, right? Either like you pay to go hunt these like super golems, right? They're super fast or whatever, or they hunt. He captures people and then hunts them down. It's trying to make the ultimate killing hunter, right? Like the ultimate predator. Also, we have a secret door in here, so we got to work that in. We put the orange paint on the bottom of them here so we could find them because they're hard to find.
Oh.
Yeah. The old big splash of orange paint on the bottom.
Geek Jeff says, Necromancer hired by life insurance companies to avoid paying out on policies by raising insured patrons as zombies.
It's like a Weekend at Bernie's sort of thing. Like, you're dead, but they raise you as a zombie and put you back in town. Like, no, we totally still there. Totally,
that's
totally alive. Totally
evil.
Alive.
And I'm here for it.
Also, good improv, like working off the subject matter from the room. It's a pretty solid one. Well, all of these involve some sort of layer creating whatnot. So let's. It's going to be interesting to try and build a different layer with this than the layer that we had for Plaguestone. Maybe.
Perhaps we should continue our tradition that we started last Build of the Month, where people.
What tradition?
Where people write their parodies, their song parodies in the chat, and I sing them to fill space. It was all breeding related last time.
It was something.
So let's keep it murderous this time. Keep it fun. Keep it flirty. Keep it dangerous.
Fun, flirty, and dangerous in this economy?
That was in my Hinge bio.
What's Hinge?
Hinge is another dating app.
Yeah, it's my favorite one. Yeah. Wait a second. Isn't this supposed to have magnetic corners?
I'm trying to remember. Want me to give it a Google?
Yes. I don't think you're gonna be able to find it though. I don't think it exists.
The picture of it?
Oh yeah, maybe
can
the
tell it
picture
from
of it. The
pictures.
Plague Stone, Sinister Dungeon Lair. I'm pretty sure this has. Right, because there's 4 corners. I think we're 2 corners short, and I think 2 of them are supposed to be magnetic. But I could be wrong.
It's
Do you have a
in the
picture?
yeah. I have the photo.
Coming over. Hold on. All right, keep those ideas coming over there, guys. Oh yes. There's a light. Turns out.
Jade Kind Gaming Adam says 2 vaulted corner magnetic.
Yeah. Thank you. How many plain dungeon walls are there too? Are there supposed to be 3 or 4?
Neofoya says Dwarf's Workshop, combining brewing whiskey and magical potions, also experimenting with making whiskey that functions as magical potions.
Wait, what? Magic whiskey?
A Dwarf
I'm
Workshop.
so into this.
They had two. He had 2 labors of love, and now he's combined them.
Potions, whiskey, and poison? Let me go get 2 corners.
Okay.
Well, did he look up if there's supposed to be 2 or 3 or 4 plain dungeon walls? Not the vaulted ones, but the plain old classic.
No one's responded to that question yet.
Let me get those vaulted ones because I can see there's definitely.
Yeah, we have to add poison to the mix, Neofoya. In my home game, our DM, I don't know if this happens in other people's campaigns, but you can get, it's very expensive, but you can get a tattoo of a spell. And so he called it Skinks Inks, and you got to pick a cool color and then some type of rune that would let you cast spells from it. I don't remember if it had any charges or not. It was for the wizard. I'm a druid. Finlay Shard says, strong dwarven whiskey equals potion of what happened last night. Baines Stabberwocky says, dwarven speakeasy during the great elven-led prohibition era. Oh, I'll never forget the great elven-led prohibition era. Those dang elves.
So we have a big archive of pieces. I don't know if anybody would have ever believed this, but we've got a lot of pieces here. Turns out.
I was gonna say at least one of each, but that's not true. There's those ones where it's just like, why don't we have this?
There's a couple things we're missing, but we almost have one of everything. Almost-ish. Maybe we do a back wall. Did anybody discover the secrets of the
secrets
the
of
dungeon wall?
No one has gotten back to us.
We're on our own.
Doesn't mean they're not trying.
These are facts.
Deranged Penguin says, couldn't there be a descent down into the main chamber with rounded stairs?
Yes, good call. I like it.
Was that what happened in the original?
Yeah, but it had just had the double big one. We could do the little guys. We could do something neat with the little boys.
Jade King Gaming Adams said there were 4, and I guess I just missed it. Yes. Thank you, Finlay, for reminding
me. I
me.
need one more. Wait, how did I just got this piece and I already promptly lost it?
Did you put it into the build already?
Did I only pick up one?
Mm-hmm.
Am I losing my mind?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, wait a second. Oh, yeah. Did I? What happened? Maybe there was a regular corner in there and I grabbed. I think that's what happened. Because there should only be 4 regular corners. Yeah, I grabbed. How is it? Yeah. And I'll grab another dungeon wall when I'm out there. Any other orders while I'm I'm going out to the store?
Hey, you want fries?
Oh, dude.
I would love fries, actually. Maybe I should order fries. Get it by the end of the stream. What's your favorite fast food fry, chat? I'm partial to Wendy's. Really like some Wendy's fries. Burger King's is a close second. Total BFS says Wendy's, so he has good taste. They have good taste. I don't know your gender. I can't eat McDonald's because they spray their fries with beef grease, and that's how they get so tasty, yummy. And they had tried switching from it, and enough people complained, like they noticed that it tasted different, so they just went back to spraying their beef oil all over it.
Alright, take 2.
We're talking about our favorite fries in the chat.
Ooh, is it the war between like steak fries, diner fries, shoestring fries,
I
seasoned
said which
fries,
fast
curly
food?
fries? Oh.
Wendy's, McDonald's. We got some Five Guys.
Ooh, Five Guys have good fries. I like curly fries, which are
Whataburger. Is there a fast food place that does curly fries? Arby's.
That's mine then.
Arby's is good.
I'm sold.
Chick-fil-A is okay if you douse it with salt. Yeah, but we don't like Chick-fil-A here.
Nope. Never eaten it.
Neophia would like us to know that he doesn't really eat fast food, so the fries his father makes are his favorite. So Neophia is letting us know that he's better than us.
Oh, his dad is awesome.
His dad's better than us, yeah.
Yeah.
Andrew Kell says KFC. Does KFC still do wedges, or did they switch to fries? It's been...
What are wedges?
They used to do potato wedges, yeah.
Oh.
Back in the day when I used to eat meat.
Do you know what? Okay.
Yeah.
So,
hit me.
we're talking about Thanksgiving at home.
Yeah, trying to figure out what's...
The family. And I said, hey, we're not going up to Vermont to see Grammy and Papa. Can't really travel right now. Yada. The kids were like, oh, kind of bummed. And then we're talking about... Talia was like, well, what are we going to do about a turkey? And whatever. She's like, does this mean I have to make one? Whatever. And Hawkins is 4, right? He's like, what do you mean a turkey? We're like, oh, we're trying to figure out, like what to eat. And turkey goes, turkey, that's an animal. You can't eat that.
Oh.
And you're like, huh.
Who's going to tell him?
Well, funny that, kid. Yeah, that was kind of our plan, was to devour that poor turkey.
We were going to eat this creature.
That was, yeah, but he was just like, he thought it was the funniest thing he'd heard. He's like, that's an animal. That's not yeah. Because both, neither of my kids like meat, which I don't know where they came from. Because, yeah, the greatest thing in the world is meat, but, why make it so tasty if you wouldn't want to eat it,
Euphoria has schooled me and said he doesn't eat fast food because they have a lot of allergies.
Fair. And his dad's still awesome.
Yeah, dad's still awesome.
Yeah. So I don't know what we were talking about pre-meat.
Yeah.
I was thinking.
Anyway, we could get back to terrain.
Yeah. That was... He just like uproariously was laughing at us like we were making the funniest joke trying to figure out how to eat turkey.
That's so cute. Stuart Butterworth just followed us.
Stuart Butterworth?
Great name. I respect that. You should run for mayor.
Right?
Mayor of the world. Okay, so where are we at with the story so far?
I do have a... I'm getting a little crazy over here. I'm trying to... so I'm working on a big room. I don't know exactly what we're doing yet, but I know we've got a big room because we want to have some sort of terrible plot, right? There's definitely a no good necromancer type doing either making golems or bringing bodies in from the Shadowfell or making poisonous whiskey or whatever. There's definitely some up to no good. And this is his or her large lab. Ooh, that kind of works nice.
Mm-hmm. So everyone drop your suggestions for what's next.
Well, the key is now figuring out what to do, what other pieces, like, what else do we use? Like, what other set do we use?
Oh, so what are their options?
Well, I'm leaning towards classic dungeon advanced builder and dungeon floors pack. So I think between the two of those, although we're gonna probably end up having too many floors at that point. Because we have a strange collection of things. I want to make like a neat dungeon bundle, right? It's like enough to do something. You know what I saw on, I don't know, some social something. Someone did they rebuilt started the dungeon, the intro dungeon from the D&D Red Box, the early 80s initial basic set, and it was like, I forgot, like, what a wonderful flashback. It was just such a simple, like, a couple of different shaped geometric rooms connected with corridors. It was like the classic simple basic dungeon. It's like, kind of need that. Although that, it's probably like an $800 set or something to build, because it's like enough. It's actually big on table when you build it.
Neofoya has brought us another idea. Neofoya, what are your pronouns? You keep chatting and I don't want to misgender you, but back to your comment. The poison whiskey potions are to make the raising of dead easier, as the properties of the potion make the bodies more receptive to the magic spells, and the undead result lasts
it's like
longer.
embalming them with What if it's like a poison? What if they're selling, right? They're selling these like super slow poison, like it's this new awesome ale, whiskey, spirits, right? The ultra spirits, that is a slow poison that's also prepping their body for it's like, they're becoming like a necromantic amplifier. So it kills them and it primes them for raising. Maybe it's a lazy necromancer, and then he can just like long range raise them from the dead. Doesn't even have to like leave his bed. He can just be like, yes, next batch, and just like
Goals.
Right? Yeah. Necromancy from bed.
Finlay Shards comes at us with, use a trick I did at a LARP. There was a fake Haugen, in parentheses voodoo priest, who was raising the dead, but they were actually still alive, just brainwashed.
Oh, they weren't actually dead. Man, what a creepy, like, this happened too, right? Where people just get buried alive and you wake up like,
I just watched the Buffy episode where they bring her back. And she has to claw her way out because they think it didn't work. So they leave, and then she, slays the coffin.
She slays the coffin, like Kill Bill style?
Mm-hmm. Oh, and it's devastating because they're like, oh, wow, she's acting so weird because she must have been in hell. And then she, tells Spike, he's like, how are you doing? She was like, I can't tell them this, but I was in heaven. It was really nice. This is hell. And it was like, oh. Ugh.
It's an intense show, huh?
After season 5 of Buffy got intense, and it just got to the real stuff.
The real stuff. Yeah,
Finlay Shards follows up with, so he was poisoning them, making them look dead, then waking up a few days later and being convinced they were dead and his slave zombies.
But they weren't actually dead. Oh, in the LARP.
The LARP.
Man, did I ever mention I miss LARPing?
I think I sent a bunch of LARP folks my holiday card. Nice. So I know where they live. They're big idiots.
Seriously, pandemic, the thing I miss the most in the pandemic is LARPing.
Yep.
That's it. Like, I don't miss restaurants, I don't miss bars, I don't miss movie theaters, I don't miss it. I mean, I miss all this stuff, but like, if I could only take one thing, I would just take LARPing back.
Yeah.
Give me back my LARP.
Oh wow, Finlay Shard says they've missed 10 events.
It's a lot, right? It's like...
Anthony on 123 says, what is happening? I left 20 minutes ago. We're building this dungeon. It's gonna have something to do with necromancers.
Necromantic whiskey.
Necromantic whiskey.
Golems digging under the city.
Yep. Total BFS says, miss movies and Gen Con.
Oh man, aside from like the working part of it, I miss Gen Con. Like, aside from having to like actually do all this, like, having to set it up and be a thing, but like I miss the faces, the people, the thing, like, just surrounded by nerdery, like at its best. Like, we were lucky to have made it to PAX before the world shut down.
I'm really glad we were able to make that work.
Yeah. You know, big thanks out to the Elderwood folks for having us in their booth.
Big Elderwood. We are Elderwood stands at this company. We stan Elderwood Academy. If you guys haven't checked out their stuff, they're great. I have a spell book. It looks really cool, and I put it on my bookshelf so it blends in. And you keep your dice and minis in there.
Did I show you my little face one?
No.
Oh, wait. We'll have to take a little commercial break here.
All right, we're going to pause the show. We're going to go hang out real quick.
I'll bring it in.
Oh, great. Kraid Kaflar, your Mandalorian armor. Like, Mandalorian, like the Star Wars show? And is that your LARP armor? My LARP character's a rogue who's recently possessed by a demon. I was originally wearing black contacts, but then I went to see an eye doctor last month, and they were like, oh, you shouldn't wear contacts. This is bad for your eyes because you have an astigmatism. I'm like, that's why I'm in so much pain every time I try. Topulus is correct. You should just wear your armor every Friday. Just like armor Fridays. On Halloween, we had a big meeting, and several of us were in like elaborate masks. It's in front of that front corner.
Yeah. Where'd he go? Look at this
Oh,
little guy.
yeah.
Purple eyes, and he's frowny. And then he's got...
They have so many sizes.
Yeah, they're just adorable. Like the character on this thing, it's like... I love it.
And they have little dice keychains. They're like,
Yes.
yeah, they're like little hex vaults that clip onto your keys, and they have little miniature dice in them. I got it.
Give it, you know what I'm thinking? Like, maybe stay tightish.
Yep.
And see what's going on, but go to a new... So... Put these... Oh, yeah. Alright, I'm thinking...
Alright, more suggestions from the chat.
What do we add to this? Yeah.
Someone asked if you could throw a planar pylon in there.
If I had one. Oh, yes I did. Slightly damaged. Slightly used, bargain price. Planar pylon. Twice as nice. Oh, it's missing its battery too.
That looks good.
Yeah. This is, I can't wait for these to arrive to people in a year.
So far, my pledge manager, I have 8 LED light pucks. I just want all of them. All the LED
That's a
stuff.
lot of light pucks.
I want so many.
What do you do with 8 of them?
I'll throw them into various decorations, like great for Halloween.
Dude, you could wear them.
Yeah, and I can Velcro it to my wall, use it as a light, get some cool effects for streaming or for just hangs.
Just hangs. Yeah, that's you're onto something.
Put it in a cauldron with some dry ice.
That's
A lot you can do with LEDs.
all you can do with dry ice.
Bane Stabberwocky says, Necromancer, aerobics enthusiast, has set up an aerobics class for the dead.
Wait.
Yep.
Okay.
Catch up.
I said, okay. I just had to take that in for a second. Okay.
All right, back to the top of that phrase.
Yes, gotta be.
Necromancer, aerobics enthusiast, that has
Awesome.
set up an aerobics class for the dead. He hides his spandex behind the secret door.
His spandex. In shame, he doesn't want anyone to know he. It's like at weekends he throws on the spandex and does his like aerobics.
Mm-hmm. I was listening to the podcast Decoder Ring, and they the host just went on a deep dive of the Jane Fonda era, the workout tapes, and pretty much everything. I didn't know much about her because it was all before my time, but I'm a Jane Fonda stan now.
What Why so? What's the what got you excited?
Well, she started her workout company with her second husband, I think, because they needed something to fund their political campaigns and their and just like
It's a classic. That's how
well, their charity
most
work.
things start.
Like
Yeah.
they were doing, I forget what it was actually called, but someone suggested they do a business to help fund it, and so they, Jane Fonda was working with, what is her name? The woman who actually invented the workout, because it wasn't Jane. They did that whole thing. But back to Train. Finley Shard suggests we collab with Elderwood Academy and make a large portal in this dungeon with the little box as the thing that they need to speak to.
Welcome.
We'll include that in the build of the month. It'll be in the bundle.
There's a little lead time on this.
Yeah.
What's fun too is you get to choose the eye color and the expression. It's like,
Anthony on 123 says, I ran the first game for my grandma over summer and she made a whole outfit for her character.
oh my god, his grandma is awesome. Anthony, your grandma's dynamite.
They follow up with, I was surprised she got into cosplay for her first D&D game. Amazing.
It's so good. What if we take...
Mark90 asks if the LED pucks are bright enough to hang on a wall.
Yeah,
Some moody lighting.
yeah. I mean, I wouldn't use it to light your, I don't know, what's something you need a lot of bright light for?
Cooking maybe?
Yeah, you wouldn't want to do brain surgery or cooking like these.
Good reading light. Kind of like the LED bulbs you can control with your phone right now. It's a similar brightness.
Yeah.
Because they're not very
But
bright.
you've got all a variety of colors and
Yeah,
options.
it's under 100.
64 LEDs or something. 81 LEDs. I remember it was.
I meant brightness
one of those.
level.
Oh, yeah. How many lumens?
Yeah, how many lumens? Anthony says you can use them to be Iron Man.
Yeah, that has
That's-
already happened in this office.
3. One for the belly, 2 for the palms,
2 for your feet too.
2 for your feet. So get
Yeah.
5 light pucks to become Iron Man.
Or there was that that live Critical Role live game at. Where were we?
Was it here or was it a convention?
No, was that a convention?
It would have been Gen Con.
Was it Gen Con?
Yeah.
Where
don't go to any of them.
Sam wore an illuminated codpiece. You could.
It must have been it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, you're okay.
I was in bed. I think
you-
that was the
yeah.
Kevin Steep Gen Con.
Yes, that was Kevin Steep Gen Con. Well, if you wanted to recreate that,
You could illuminate a
could, but
codpiece.
nobody really.
We'll let
wants-
Rob know.
Nobody wants to recreate that, but you could, if you wanted to.
The hidden wall corner can be used to hide the necromancer / baddie's office with goodies inside. The secret door is his closet. He doesn't want people to steal his state-of-the-art stretchy clothes. Spandex shall only be called state-of-the-art stretchy clothes.
Yeah, well, right in Fantasy World, it would be state of the art stretchy clothes. So it seems like
We got off topic with Jane Fonda, but we have some other suggestions from the chat.
what do people say?
Maybe have the players sit down for a feast Thanksgiving with the players where they are then poisoned and used for a dark ritual.
The necromantic whiskey.
Something Zaltar would do.
Yeah, that's nefarious. Oh, we have these manacles. We have a lot of manacles here.
Straight staircase between the 2 large dais, then fill in the gap between the straight staircase and the raised area with a pit texture patch.
Well, is a good idea. It's not in any of these sets. So we're trying to work with the existing sets. Maybe do 2 of these.
Once you have the pit, you can direct people to the more pits to also put in there.
Oh yeah. Those things are awesome.
So what are you thinking?
I've got a lot of manacles. I've got a ton of manacles.
It kind of looks like you're making like 2 energy points that like electricity would spark from, like in the Prestige. David Bowie's electricity man.
Nikolai Tesla.
Not the Electricity Man?
No, it turns out he has a name. Yes. Tesla's guy's dynamite. Oh man, there's supposed to be a bucket of body parts. Oh, this is the bucket of body parts.
The old bucket of body parts.
Yeah.
Kite and Dungeon, all the manacles animate.
Ooh, that's a fun. Oh, well, if he's making like weirdo evil golems, he could make animated. Look at these things. These could be like, you could put these on the ground. Like, they could be like little weird, creepy creatures. Or it's like animated armor, but they're animated manacles, animated shackle. Because they look like little critters that would like. Oh, that's creepy too. Like it's slithering around after you. We've got 5 of them. Oh, that's a great idea. You know what this needs? We need.
Limbo line of Arcane Lightning.
Yeah, this is the you have to limbo under the light.
Or else you die.
I feel like we actually want passages with this thing. Because I have. I've got all the like. I want passages. That's.
Giblix says, as layer action needs tons of crawling hands drop down to grapple the PCs in place and also use the hands to become a puppet master, making the PCs join the aerobics class.
It's like that NSYNC video where they're on the...
Well, it's like in Hocus Pocus where the witches cast a spell and it's like dance until you die.
Nailed it. That could be our little secret room over here. Oh, I can't even get the secret door open. There it is. The manacles as like puppeteering for the PCs is really good and creepy. Slash, you could have oh man, that's a cool creature, right? If you have townsfolk that have these manacles on them that are making them lurch forward and attacking, you're getting attacked by like the poor baker and the blacksmith and the whatever, and like you have to fight them off, but they're just like poor innocent townspeople that you don't want to.
Like when our wizard got possessed and I just started attacking him. It's like, well,
sorry,
I have healing. I'll bring you back.
Hey, what else are you gonna do?
Just like what Janet had to death you to remove your malediction in LARP.
Sometimes you gotta you gotta break a few chords to make an omelet, as they say.
Break a few chords to make an omelet, yeah.
Yeah, it's a classic. Oh, I love these as actual things that can attack you. Do we make the whole thing like the Beauty and the Beast? Right, everything's animated in the.
Oh,
right?
I like that.
Yeah. The aerobics, they're just all the manacles are doing like working the rust out, as it were.
Perhaps that dwarven whiskey is required to unstick the creatures from the people. From Finlay Shards.
Dude, the poisonous whiskey is a fun bit. We have a bed. And yeah, I think I need passages. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to pull this off. Let's see.
Horror Fantasia.
Yeah. Like terror Fantasia.
They need to release the beast to help them. So it's like Beauty of the Beast with a different outcome. Because they needed Belle to break the spell in Beauty and the Beast, right?
She had to
make him love.
She had to return. No, she had to like return willingly or something, right? Like
she had to return willingly, or else he'd kill her father. But he had to they should unthaw his heart, I think.
I thought she had to genuinely love him or something, right? Wasn't it like?
Finlay Shard says, yes, he needed to have someone love him in order to break the curse.
Right.
There we go.
Willingly, like he couldn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was kind of mean.
Adam KTP says the players could have to choose which town member to sacrifice, and then they are pulled into a pit.
They're pulled into the pit. That's a tough, right? That's a tough gray area, right? If you have to choose like one of your beloved townsfolk to die. Need more ethical gray areas. Things get interesting. Man, what I wouldn't give for one more floor. Oh, I have this door.
Finlay Shard says, but was thinking a twist would be the beauty being the one who wants everyone to serve them, so created these creatures to enforce her will.
Ooh, it's the necromancer.
It's Necromancer, Beauty and the Beast.
Lady Necromancer.
Strange Penguin says, it's Curse of Strahd Murder House.
How is Curse of Strahd? Does anyone run that?
Chat, tell us what you think of Curse of Strahd. I haven't played myself. I know Letitia's, her gaming group is doing Curse of Strahd. Strange Penguin's running it now. Some Giblix says, oh, the chat moved on. Here it is. For some reason, I've lost it again.
It's gone.
For some reason, I'm imagining undead dancing a la Riverdance.
There's a strong dancing theme throughout this whole.
Yeah, I think
today's
we're gonna
build.
have
The
to
theme
waltz.
is dancing.
Dancing Dungeons.
Dancing. It's a safety dance. You can dance if you want to. How do we get into this thing?
That's a good question.
I've got a lot of passage walls left over, like a lot, like 6. Oh, we do have these.
Butterfingers.
Indestructible. Just saying.
Creepy silent waltzes are worse.
Creepy silent waltzes. We need the Hero Quest stairs to just drop you in, like.
Bane Stabberwocky suggests the pylon granting entrance, but it won't be in the actual
I
thing.
can't put the pylon in because that doesn't exist. Like we've got a year before that thing, or whatever, June of next year before those are on the market. This has to be. So the rules of Build of the Month is we have to do it with sets that are in stock, not just existing but in stock.
Players wake up in the chamber chained to the walls.
After a night of the whiskey.
Bringing it back.
That whiskey.
Ooh, Finlay Shard says, can you make a smaller version of the main chamber with the leftover behind the secret door?
Go to the top. Go to the top cam. Let's see what we're. Oh man. We got that. Wait, what did Finlay want to do?
Can you make a smaller version of the main chamber with the leftover behind the secret door using the small dais? It's like a puppetry control area.
Oh,
Some
the
Wizard of
miniature,
Oz.
a miniature. That's a cool concept. A little mirrored thing. Here was the little. This was the little secret door room. We could. Wow, this is crazy. What if? I don't know what we put over there. I'm still out of the.
Yeah,
still
I'm
out
gonna
of the
try
thing.
to reframe it a little bit.
Man,
There we go.
trying something. I don't know if this works at all. Maybe it looks stupid. I was trying to put the grand arched wall on top of the dais and have that be like some sort of.
It helps.
Have it be like a secret door that could then. No, it's not a good idea.
Ilion Blaze says Top Cam has had some poison whiskey.
Yeah, Top Cam. The necromancy is strong in the Top Cam.
Use a wall of force as a portal. The players are all chained to each other.
Ooh, that would be a fun encounter, right? You're all like
Yeah.
tied together and can't like it's the. Oh, that's fun.
Players are controlled by the manacles. They have to trick them to get free using teamwork. So it's similar vibes.
Having everybody like in a long weird chain and trying to like sort that out is just so fun. Cause that is, oh man, you throw initiative order in a thing where everybody's chained together in a line and it's, oh that's instant wonderful disaster.
Party wakes up in coffins as if they were just buried.
That's a strong open.
Someone suggests you put some white in the frame to help color balance it.
To help knock the camera down. It's because all the black is making it. I think. Let's see.
We just keep it on the side.
Or forget the overhead.
Just kill the
Yes.
overhead. Oh,
No.
looks better. Yeah. Helped a
I just
little
need to
bit.
keep my pale arms in there at all times, and then.
Oh, that seemed to help.
Yeah. I could do this too.
Let's see who. Merc90, thank you for that suggestion. You've saved the day.
We're gonna send you some totally not at all poisoned necromantic whiskey as thanks.
Totally not poisoned. Bane Stabberwocky says, necromance if you want to. You can leave your friends
Ha.
behind. Oh, what is the song?
That's the safety net.
If
You can
if you want to.
necromance
you
if
can leave
you
your
want
friends
to.
behind. If you necromance.
If your friends don't necromancy, they're no friends of mine.
I don't know that melody enough to.
Here's a,
You're doing it. You're doing a great job.
and then the midgets come out and dance around. They're small
shouldn't
people.
say that word.
What's it? Yeah. The what is the
I think little people.
little people.
I think if you guys know the right answer to that question, please let us know. We should know the answer, but we don't, and that's bad on us. I can give it a Google.
I know a primordial dwarf.
Human manaclepede. Don't like that. Don't like that, rabbit burner.
Ooh.
Start them in some cages, DOD or Plaguestone.
There's a curved cage pack in Plaguestone. We could jam in. We need a bunch of what? Well, we need a bunch of space. Well, here's a question. What's the consensus if we're gonna add a what's the classic advanced? Classic. If we're gonna add a set, let's look at this. The advanced builder gives us because we get to add something to this. So also while we're talking about Plaguestone, the prices of Plaguestone are going up. The people who pre-ordered, just like Kickstarter, get a good deal because the prices went up. Particularly, what went up a lot is the plants.
Yeah.
Turns out
Those paint jobs are.
Yeah, that was exactly it. The factory's like, you guys. So advanced builder. I feel like this advanced builder would give us a lot of useful. Like I'm thinking of it as a whole bundle. God, we need floors. Do we just have a plain old floor?
Do we have a floor pack? Do we sell
We have
that?
the KS1 floor pack, but it has mostly big floors. These things.
Okay, Deranged Penguin says the players.
Sass?
Hmm?
Sasses. I
The
thought you for say you say he was sassing us. He was just said.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
I'll read this in a sassy way, just in case.
Go on.
The players wake up in the chamber. Secretly, they encase in the bodies of the golem.
What?
And the players have to switch stat sheets with each other at the start of the fight encounter, unless they figure out that if they kill each other to release them from the golem bodies. Freaky Friday, but with D&D characters.
The idea of being in a golem with somebody else's stat sheet is really fun. It's like
It's pure chaos.
it's madness, right? Suddenly you're fighters in the wizard body.
Oh man, if the wizard
Dude.
got in my body, he would just turn into all the animals.
All
Blow him immediately.
Infinite power. I was druid. I wonder if people would change class after that, like as they.
Bane Stabberwocky says, you wake up manacled. From the dark corner you hear, would you like to play a game?
Oh boy.
Would you like to play a game? The rules are simple. Survive.
Is that really what he says?
Probably at some point.
I don't
I was
know.
really into those movies in high school. Which surprises no one. Adam KTP says, if there were pillars in the room, then it would be hard for the players to maneuver in combat if they are all chained together.
Oh, that would be a nightmare.
Finlay Shard
You just
said-
make them run through an obstacle course while chained together.
Oof. A really bad three-legged race.
Yeah. The like 5-player 10-legged race. Something where you're
Finlay Shard says, start the adventure with the players waking up in the chamber, things reacting to them, following commands, etc. But as they are working this out, a bunch of heroes come in to stop their evil plans, i.e. players framed by the big bad in an attempt to remove heroes from the area.
hero on hero.
It's like The Incredibles where they're like, heroes need to like go undercover. We can't have heroes anymore because of
Mhm.
too much city damage.
Which is really what would happen. Yeah. Be like,
Oh, so
yeah.
much damage.
Yeah. I'm thinking if we put in both, let's just try it. See what happens. We're putting in this advanced builder pack and this floor pack, and we're gonna see what comes of it. And you know what? We're going 90 degrees for fun. Cause I don't know. Let's just play around. I'm thinking too much rather than playing.
Yeah, just play with the space.
I'm just gonna explore the space. Gonna make it my own.
A necromantic double dare physical challenge. Instead of green slime, it's gray ooze.
Oh. Or it could be green slime. It could be the green slime could actually be green slime. Double dare. Has anyone done like the D&D game show? Right, like the traveling carnival that sets up a thing and you have to it's the great challenge. Right, because that would be really, that'd be fun. You get prizes depending on how far you could go.
The Adventure Zone did,
Really?
according to Topulus, and I think that's a Suffering game. I think is what that's referencing. The Suffering game in Adventure Zone is, I think, what that encounter is. Topulus says I'm correct. I love when people tell me I'm right. Orion Noir says they wake up chained. The puzzle ultimately releases a skittish rust monster.
Ah. And if they can befriend, it's a chance to use your animal handling. Get that rust monster to come on over and nibble your chains.
Oh. Strange Penguin says, what if you played with adding the remastered core set? It would give you some doors to work with.
The remastered core set is kind of exactly what this needs.
We just don't like including it in the bundles.
I was hesitant too because it already sells like crazy. Like I'm worried we're gonna sell out of it by the time this thing goes up.
True.
But it's like literally that's exactly the set we need. Let's play with it for fun because it's like we either have too many floors or too little whatever. Let's just see what it looks like.
Play with it on stream and then you can always change after.
Yeah, we're not locking dates.
We're not contractually obligated.
No, it really is it's exactly like we just need a bunch of basic bread and butter pieces. We have some fun with it. All right.
Yeah, keep making loud noises.
Woo! Noises!
Oh yeah!
Woo! Pew, pew, pew.
American Necromantic Warrior. You'll have to scan the wall of body parts if you want to win.
Oh. Dude, that's a necromancer's obstacle course. Everything's just made out of like spines and bones and like weird walls of flesh and like black tentacles and things. Like that would be fun. Wow, this set has a lot. Jeez. Louise. All right, yeah, this is now we are rich in pieces.
I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich.
Is that a song that I should know?
You wouldn't know it.
I know. I'm saying, should I?
No, it's Cardi B. Workshopping live in front of an audience that can interact with ideas. Hype.
This is the whole point. Yeah. This is all the hype. Okay, so. We'll put the fancy door. Oh, you don't need a door in front of the double door, do we? It's doors. Oh, let's give him the 3. You know, that's fun. I haven't built with dungeons, building a plain old dungeon. Wow, that's fun.
Plain old dungeon.
Right? It's just like Old Faithful.
Two flesh golems go in, one giant golem leaves. 2 flesh golems walk into a bar. Is a flesh golem just a human?
It's a Frankenstein's monster.
Oh, okay. I don't know too much about golems.
They're animated. It's a vessel infused with a spirit. It's animated. You make them out of a variety of materials. The traditional ones are flesh, clay, stone, iron. What am I missing? What is the other basic? Iron golem, stone golem, clay golem, flesh golem. Is there one other in the basic? These ones, and then there's all sorts of people have gone bonkers with other neat options.
Clay? Did you say clay?
Yeah. Clay, flesh, stone, iron. Iron is the one you don't want to mess with.
Finlay Shard says, lots of doors and chains. Someone has to be manacled in place to open a door and let the others continue, while the one left behind has to fight the things coming into the area.
Oh, it's like you have to like leapfrog ahead one door at a time.
The Gentleman Wake would like to know if there's any chance of seeing the antechamber come back in the online store.
Shrine of Sesul? Or I mean Forsaken Temple? What was the antechamber? That was a Forsaken Temple set, right? I can't remember.
That sounds right.
There's been a lot of sets.
Bane Stabberwocky says, with the doors we can have necromantic. Let's make a deal.
What's behind door?
Behind door number 1, you lose your flesh.
Behind number 2, you lose your flesh also and your bones.
Yes, Forsaken Temple Antechamber.
That is a good question. I don't know what our current dungeon restock plans are, but we can look into it. Yeah, it was Forsaken Temple's a fun one. It just looks gives such a nice variety to the to your dungeon builds. Okay, a lot of street walls.
Deranged Penguin is coming at us with some galaxy brain. They say, we are brains piloting bone robots covered in meat armor.
Whoa. Bone robots.
Absolutely. We're all skeletons when you really think about it. We're all skeletons with some meat armor. Some meat AC. What's your meat AC?
How do you increase it? You just get overweight.
McDonald's?
Yeah. For those French fries from Arby's.
Merc90 says, all our bones will hatch eventually.
That's creepy.
Which has created some imagery in my head that makes me scared.
Screw.
Bean Stabberwalkie says, Nate's just going to make rooms with progressively smaller stairs.
Yeah. Now you gotta work with what you get here. Let's see. We'll get this guy.
Giblik says, my meat AC is over 30 in that case.
30 meat AC.
Knight of the Phoenix says, so does that make my horse a meat wagon? Topulus says, thanks, I hate it. Increased by attuning to the Twinkie.
Oh my god.
We've really unlocked something here.
You know, this is the thing about these building the months. Is you never know where it's gonna go. It's keeps you on your toes. Maybe we do. I think we have chambers. We have a lot of doors, huh? Wait, this one knows what to have. I don't like this. What if I... Six hallway.
Giblik says, I'm attuned to an endless refilling Nutella pie.
Whoa.
I worked at a pizza place that made Nutella pie, and it was a brick oven pizza place, and it was...
Oh, that's amazing. Oh.
I think about that
It's you
every
still
day.
have, you're haunted.
Yeah. And like that was one of those jobs that you leave that you can never go back to. So I'll never have their Nutella pizza again.
It was one of those jobs that you leave and you can never go back to.
Yep. Adam KTP says, it could play out like the couple's mask from The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, where players have to split up and complete puzzles in 2 different hallways with a time limit.
Like splitting the party, maybe you bounce back and forth for concurrent. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? How did I lose it?
Mark 90 says, I really like the 2 hallways idea.
No, I need... Halls are tough because I'm short on... Well, no, I've got these guys. I'm short on corners. We do not have many corners.
The gentleman Wake would like to know, has there been any more discussion regarding the next KS8? And yes, there's going to be a survey going out tomorrow.
The survey will go out tomorrow. You can bet you got a bottom gold piece?
What?
Bet tomorrow. Isn't it? You can bet your bottom dollar?
Yeah.
You bet you got bottom gold piece.
Would it be copper? Bet your bottom copper that tomorrow works better. That just brought back a memory of auditioning for Annie.
Really?
Yeah,
How'd that go?
The high school. Well, it was a junior senior high school. I auditioned to play Annie.
What's a junior senior high school?
Just not enough kids to fill one school, so you just throw them all together.
Sounds terrible.
Small town.
Sounds like a teasing bucket.
Probably. I don't remember much. But I do remember auditioning for Annie. And then there was a girl at the church of the music director who she brought in even though she didn't go to that school to play Annie.
Stop.
Yeah. She was like, well, I like you better. Rude.
Yep. That's.
What emails are the surveys going out to? Everyone on the email list or everyone who's back to Kickstarter?
Everyone on the email list, which hopefully will get everybody that's back to Kickstarter. We're also gonna put it on social. It'll be everywhere. Like you can't miss the thing. Hopefully you can't miss it.
Finlay Shart says, or going back to the chain controlling things, there are people trapped in the corridor rooms with puzzles. The players have to link to a chain monster in the main room where they can animate a person in one of the rooms. They can't see, though.
Oh, they can use it like a puppet.
Yeah. They can't see, though, so another player has to be at the door directing actions.
Attack, left, right. It's totally like a buddy comedy thing that would happen, right? You have...
Bane Stabberwocky says, I've done a room where everything is a mimic, including the door. These small rooms look like good candidates.
Everything is a mimic is a fun concept, right? You can just be like, you can really...
Gimblick says, with the amount of halls, we need a spiked pit trap near a dead end, but that is just a distraction from the gelatinous cube that closed off the hallway the PCs came from, and it's crawling closer and closer. Bane Stabberwocky says, your soul will come out tomorrow. Bet your life force that tomorrow you'll be done.
Done. You'll be dead.
Oh my god. Orion Noir says the chains are around half the players' necks. Every trap triggered, every door that is open shrinks.
Tightens up a...
You got it.
Oh.
Merc, you can get on our email list by going to dwarvenforge.com. Actually, what is it? It used to be dwarvenforge.com/wildlands, but now I don't know what it is.
I think it's just dwarvenforge.com and it's in the upper...
Yeah, I think it's in the right-hand side.
Something.
I'm going to put a link in the chat. I'm going to find that.
I don't know what I'm building. Too many,
I don't know what I'm building.
Too many options.
Stay away. How many windows did I open? Oh boy. It's been so long since I've been on a PC. Oh, MC Crime Dog came in there with that email list just as I did.
Boom. Chuck laying down the law. That's what he does. He's a law layer. It's the official term, I think, right? In those, I wish I had those short doors. I could put them here. I think I want cells, right? Like I like the idea. This guy's definitely got a bunch of stuff chained up in cells.
So it's kind of just combining the mountain pen with the dungeon lair in that like idea.
Yes. The mountain pen was full of animals and cells.
Ooh, Bane Stabberwocky says players can escape but must have a body part chained up to the manacles, otherwise they don't unlock the doors.
So where do they get the body parts?
Ooh, could be someone else's body part. It's like, okay, you chop your leg off, I'll chop your leg off. We're getting back into Saw territory.
Yeah. Or 127 hours.
Jazz Ambassador, which I'm pretty sure is Letitia, said, Zombie Zumba class sounds like something that would happen in Brooklyn. And it was something that would be at the House of Yes, for sure. Giblick suggests that we use rooms and constructions from the Saw movies. Do like a little rebuild of that.
You know, that would have been a fun October, like do a horror, like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre thing with City Builder or something, like, you know, just build like the
well, we didn't have one for October anyway.
Yeah, we're talking about next year.
Next year, yeah.
We've gone pie in the sky.
Galaxy Brain.
Just big picture. We're all just, what was it? We're meat AC. We're brain. Oh, that was it was the best phrasing of anything I've heard all day.
Oh yeah, We're all just bones carrying around brains inside a meat armor. I'm gonna need whoever posted that to put in the chat so I can copy and paste it.
We need to get back on that.
I would like that to return. Merc90 says, need some powerful arcane reactor in one of the cells. To deactivate it, you must say the command word mitochondria. Mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Ooh, oh, that's fun. I just like the pun. Brains piloting bone robots in meat armor.
Brains piloting bone robots in meat armor. It's so good.
Put that on a shirt.
Yeah. Okay, so there's still a lot of floors. What do I have? A door there. Maybe put like.
You go to a random room when locked into the manacles. It's so hard reading. You go to a random room. You go to a random room when locked into the manacles. Those and can't go to a room until someone else has escaped the manacles they are teleported to.
So when one person breaks out of the manacles, the next person gets popped in?
Oh.
Sort of a...
Finlay Shards follows up. You go to a random room when locked into the manacles. Those... Nope.
Take two. With feeling.
You go to a random room when locked into the manacles. Those and can't go to a room until someone else has escaped the manacles they are teleported to.
I think you're missing a word or something. What was the...
It's manacles, those...
So there's something missing in there.
Finlay Shore says, it's hard typing. And it absolutely is.
I agree.
Ask anyone who's ever talked to me over Slack.
Oh, geez, don't even...
I think I'm typo queen of the office.
Oh, I'll fight you for that title.
I'm typo
I want to
ruler.
be the typo queen.
I'm the typo 1%. I'm the 100th percentile. Okay, Finlay Shards. Okay.
Yeah, you got.
Oh, Letitia says you win typos. Letitia, we need to talk more over Slack. Okay.
I win the typos?
You're the typo ruler.
So proud. I worked so hard.
You're the typo queen.
Okay.
I've
trained my whole life for this. My typo queen. My typo time has come.
Well, Letitia and I just decided we're going to talk more over Slack, so I'm going to take you out. Finlay Shards. Take 3. Have a bunch of separate rooms in a pocket void dimension. To get from one area to another, you have to be locked into the manacles. You go to a random room when locked into the manacles. Others can't go to a room until someone else has escaped the manacles. That sounds like the pools, the pools from Dungeon of Doom, that room.
Eldritch Pools. There was some teleporting foo. But then you had there was a cap on how many people could go into one side to keep things lively, and then you attack the people that are left behind. hoping that like the fighters all jump through first, and then it's just like the casters are left, and then you jump them, and then the fighters are left without the caster support, and the casters are left without the meat armor.
Oh, Neophoia said Nate can be typo queen if Selena is typo empress.
Oh
and
man,
then
come on!
my response to it had a typo in it. And it wasn't on purpose.
It wasn't intentional.
It's gotten to a point where I'm like, I might be dyslexic. It might be, because my grandfather was. There's a chance.
What's that great? There's that. It's like a bumper sticker or shirt. It's like dyslexics of the world untie. It's good.
Yep.
Yep.
Clever girl. AK Yeti says, each player is chained to one manacle. The manacles are chained to a mechanism that remote controls a giant golem destroying the city, but they don't know it.
Oh man, so they're remote controlling the
As they struggle, it randomly thrashes around in its rampage.
Oh.
Ooh, manacles actually bring corpses back to life with sentience. You bring your loved one to the dungeon so you can speak with them once more. Once they are unchained again, however, their body rots and falls apart. By the end of that, I didn't like that anymore.
No, but that's amazing. That's like that's so like heartbreaking. Like, 'cause people would do it, right? You would bring, you'd bring your loved one there for that last farewell, and then they'd rot away. Like, man, who was that? That's a really
That was Bane Stabberwocky.
That's like people. Oof. That would be a whole like economy. I wonder what the economy of like fantasy economy around this stuff would be, because I don't know. Stabberwocky, also just a great name.
Mm-hmm. Speak with Dead Services, says Lady Sable.
Yeah, you could charge an arm and a leg.
Adam KTP responded to a message. So Giblix originally said, I had players travel up a mountains, boulders fly around in their direction, they entered a stone giant bowling alley. And then
Wait.
AK Yeti loves that. I think
Stone
that.
Giant
Oh no,
Bowling Alley is
Giblix.
pretty funny.
Giblix says, I'm really imagining an intersection and all the players running away like, oh snap! One of them gets hit, and because they are chained, everyone else gets pulled with him.
Oh, that would be a fun thing to do with a Doom Roller. Like everybody running around chained up, like with a boulder rolling around or something. Maybe.
That's a nice little addendum.
You know what we need? Dungeon of Doom remixed. Where we take like
It's just Dungeon of Doom read as an audiobook over techno.
Also that. That was like taking the encounters and doing another fun. Like you could take the Doom Rollers Labyrinth encounter and do this thing where everybody's chained together and they're chasing around and it's a whole rigmarole. I'm not entirely sure what this is, but
it's a start.
Pieces. Could put the bed here. Oh man, it's not on the camera. Arg.
Arg. I'm basically an OBS wizard now.
All around wizard.
Mm-hmm. Somebody. Somebody.
Lost me again.
Somebody. This is just me making sounds. Adam KTP says, so I'm actually looking at buying my first set. What should I pick up first to start the journey down the rabbit hole?
Well, what do
So
you
glad
do?
you've asked.
You know, if you want some dungeons, this build of the month is going to be a great opportunity to get a dungeon bundle, because you'll get all this dungeon stuff plus a gift card, which you can use to buy something else.
Mm-hmm.
So I always recommend starting with dungeons because it tends to be the thing people use the most. And this is going to be, especially if we use this classic remastered set, which certainly seems like it's the thing to do. It gives you kind of everything you need.
Yeah, I just got my DM his first Dwarven Forge, and I got him Zaltar's game room, some terrain trays, and then he has dungeon terrain he made himself, and so I got him
Nice.
some of the paints so he could match it.
Nice.
And there were some other things in there. I think I got him a few sets of accessories.
And did he give you a few artifacts in exchange? Like,
We can't play in person yet. It's all
in-game
online.
artifacts.
In-game
for the,
artifacts.
yeah.
We just did a Halloween.
For your troubles.
For
Yeah,
yes, for my troubles. I'm just gonna bribe my DM with Dwarven Forge.
I mean, what better bribe is there?
Orion Noir had a great suggestion that Adam KTP join the self-help group on Discord.
The self-help group. It's a good suggestion.
Eldritch Alchemist says, "Man, I wish my players would buy Dia for me. You're a great player." It's almost shameful if my DM doesn't play with Dwarven Forge.
It's your fault.
It's 100% my fault. Also, he was a Twitter rando. I posted on Twitter asking if there were New York City-based dungeon masters, and I had a ton of people reply because Ginny D retweeted me, and so like New York City Critters went crazy. And I talked to a few people, and then we were gonna do like tests, like
So you
a
have
bunch
to
of
like
one-offs.
vet all these different.
Yeah, and so we were gonna do
Yeah.
one-off vets, but he was the first one, and we were just like, "Oh, you're awesome," and he's really something. What a special boy.
What makes him awesome?
He has great music cues. He's really taken the time to learn Roll20 in these trying times. He also makes his own terrain. He spends a lot of time watching YouTube videos on it. He's super into it. And he without even missing a beat, he'll respond. Like, it's not like, "Oh, didn't expect that." It's just like, okay. Then like after the game, he was like, "Oh, I had no idea you would do that." He was like, "I had no idea you would roleplay fine dining for 2 hours."
For 2 hours.
For 2 hours.
You just throw this little. You're like, oh, I got this 3-minute dining interlude, which I'll use before the big thing, and suddenly 2 hours later, the players are still figuring out the recipe for the whatever. You're like, oh, really?
He asked what we wanted to do, and we were like, "Well, it's our first time in a city. Let's go get a fancy dinner." And so we were like, "Well, let's." And then so 2 of the people got scorned by like a fancy hotel. Like they wouldn't let us stay there. So they were like, "Well, let's go back to that place and like dine there and maybe steal some things." And then it was like they wouldn't let us in if we weren't. They wouldn't let us in if we weren't guests. And so the wizard cast suggestion, and he suggested that they treat us like kings. And then they stole a bunch of stuff while my character went outside and tried not to be complicit because she's lawful good. She was like, "I'm gonna go powder my nose. I'll meet you guys outside."
I feel like it's the challenge with playing a lawful good characters. Everybody wants to go off the rails. You're like the fun police. But I think it's good. I don't know. I like parties that have lawful good characters in it because it helps. It's like the bumpers that keep you from descending just into pure murder hobodom.
Yeah.
It's like, you're the like.
But now the whole joke is, the rogue is like, "Olivia, you are complicit in our crimes. You know that we are unlawful people." And I go, "I mean, you've spoken about it, but I've never seen it, so I."
Oh.
He's like, Olivia, sometimes we just have to murder people. And I go, I mean, we don't really have to. And he's like, you'll just keep benefiting from our crimes. It's okay.
I love it. I'll put this here. All right, so I think I have something.
So I'm going to catch up with the chat because I just started talking about how great my
Chat.
DM is. Orion Noir says we have a 12-step program on Discord. Bane Stabberwalkie says, looks wistfully while blowing pipe smoke rings. I remember my first Dwarven Forge. Gentleman Wake asks if is there an ETA on when the rest of Hellscape's going into the store? Next week with the
November 11th.
November 11th. That's when the Build of the Month bundle's going live with a bunch of the other stuff that need to be stocked. Anthony on 123 says, what if while chained to the manacles you can see ghosts in the ethereal plane and they're distracting you while you attempt to escape? You have to make wisdom saves to not be possessed. The ghosts know how to get out and start attacking your friends after they unchain your possessed body.
Whoa.
So I guess you'd want to get possessed so you can get out of the chains?
And then fight it off and be free.
Yeah.
I like the idea of being ethereal while chained up. Something like you're just phased out. You're like, woo. And then well, here's a first piece of good news is I used all the pieces. Well, except for 2, but that's okay. That's a pretty good margin of error. I don't know what it is, but let's go to the close-up cam and see if this can be anything and see if we can turn it into something if it's not. And maybe, hang on, maybe I put, Alright, so we got a little, can you run sniper?
Yep.
For a shake?
Just responding to a message.
So have a little entry hall so everybody can set their marching order before they kick down the door. Got a door and work. Plain old 30 by 40 room. Something, I don't know what this could be. Right, we could also move this. I don't know, it's like a just we have like a fancy door and a regular door. This was theoretically a bedroom. It's got a little we got a bed in there. It's maybe Necromancer's cold bedroom. As you in here, got a couple of nice corners in this thing with another door into a little room with a dais thing. I was thinking we could swap out these, like the magnetic walls, and then put a bunch of manacles in here. This could be like where they either players start here or they'd find people here or whatever, yada yada. You could do a manacle thing. Ooh, and wait. What if we put this? We can full manacleize using these little dangly bits. Alright, so maybe that's where maybe they start in here. Something. And then the theory is they could then, there's a secret door in here somehow. I don't know how we'd rep it, right? But the idea is that then this opens and it gets you back here. And I don't know, I guess we could take these, you could steal the floors from the entry area and just drop them in when that lifts up, or maybe drops to the floor or whatever. And then this gets you into the main evil crazy workshop zone with the rest of the manacles and whatnot can roll in. We got the limbo thing. Then there's a secret door over here, which you can then fly this in with the. There's a little chest in here. So this could get you. Seems like actually it's a fun little dungeon romp. Do they come in like? Do they kick the door down and roll in, or do we start them in the manacle room? And do we move? I always think, where are the? What else with these on the walls? Let's see, there's 4 of these. Put these in here too. There's just manacles everywhere.
So, question for Chad is.
I don't know. Does this work? And what do we populate the rooms with? Could move this in here. No, I like this being the chain room. It's like your intro dungeon. You got your boss fight room.
Bane Stabberwocky says, start in the manacle room. The far door doesn't open until they unlock something in the main chamber.
They can't get their... Yeah, they can't get out here, right? Because this only has... Ooh, you know what? We have... Maybe the necromancer's bedroom has some treasure, right? So this serves as the treasure room, right? They can't get out. And this is just kind of like a foyer. A neo-foyer. I could actually even... Let's make it even smaller if it's less important. Yeah. I like that they have to knock. They have to knock out the, like, do whatever here to get out is a fun. So they can't just like run for the hills.
Total BFS says, maybe make the spot that they unlock to open the secret door right beside the manacles. When they go unlock it, they attack them.
Yeah, to get the to activate the manacle thing, you have to get within striking distance of the manacles. Or you do, like, maybe that's the switch that opens the secret door, activates the manacles in case it's not the, the necromancer has the animated manacles order. Like, they're like, if anybody opens this door that's not me, get them. And so that's the fun. So then also, if you're super crafty, they could do some arcana, some investigation, whatever, maybe figure out that they're animated manacles and maybe destroy them before the thing, so they could give them a chance to do something.
AK Yeti says, does the necromancer's bedroom have skeletons in the closet? When you pull on the manacle, the door opens, but if you let it go, it shuts. Someone has to stay behind with a large monster while the others go prop the door open. And we've heard several iterations of that throughout this stream.
Yeah.
So it's what the people want. They're hungry for it.
You're hungry for... Well, the like having to do sort of work on multiple fronts at once. There's a fun. What do I have here? I could do one. I'm trying to use all the pieces now. It's my new quest. Can do now. Still shy. Oh wait. Yeah, I didn't actually gain... Well, I gained a floor, which is good because it's one less for that.
Orion Noir says, Necromancer's bedroom probably does have skeletons in the closet, but it's the skeletons in the bed that I'm more concerned about. Alright, so they start chained up in here. We got all sorts of... There's no shortage of fun ways to try and make them deal with this room. This door is locked until they deal with something in there.
What do we do in this? What's in here? We've got got a weird dais corner thing, and I also have one vaulted. Oh, look at this! I'm gonna make him have a really nice, classy bed.
I like that.
Yeah, he's got pillars inside his bed. Ooh, and now. Okay, we can do this just for no apparent reason, unless there's. Is there anything else I would extend? I'm gonna swap this out, pop these in as the entryway, and then use. So now I have 5 passage walls, but it's okay. 5 ultra passage wall, and then I've got these 2. It frees up 2 floors, so when they open this, we can drop the floors in there to fill it up. So that's good. All right. So what do we do? What do we have in this back room? Maybe is this the if we're doing the necro, the tainted whiskey thing, this can be like the whiskey workshop. Maybe we put
The whiskey workshop.
That was the original name for Dwarven Forge, but then.
Yeah. Giblick says a thin thread of fish wire from the ceiling attached to a head of a zombified doggo. When PCs try to get it, a glyph that was cast on it will activate. Can make it do all sorts of fun stuff.
Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, definitely weird animated body parts and stuff is super fun.
Finley Shard says, if you have lots of walls, have the doorways covered by the walls. Only put the doors in when they interact with the right set of manacles. So someone in manacle set 1, you replace a wall with door 1.
Right, it's a room with no doors. That's a fun gag, right? You could do. You could start it like this, where they're just apparently in a room that has no exit, and then as they mess with stuff, they can find. Pop that and that. That's a fun gag. And then this one doesn't actually open until they deal with the stuff in there. And then that teaches them to just keep sort of, figuring out how to get the stuff, and then this will eventually open. I like it. It's fun.
Necromancer by day, craft whiskey brewer by night.
Oh, and so we take it back to remember the tunneling golems or undead or whatever, or maybe it's even manacles. He's tunneling under the whiskey shops, right? The other breweries, right? So maybe it started with there's 3 breweries in town, and 2 out of 3 have collapsed or something. They're mysteriously fallen to the ground in sinkholes, and he's taking out everybody that makes alcohol, so that then the only game in town is his poisoned necromantic whiskey. So he's going to force everybody to drink his drink, which will then turn everybody into zombies and take over the world.
Red Dead Ale.
Oh. The What Ails You Tavern was our, right? That was the, our tavern, the ale.
All the brewers are now undead, making the ultimate brew.
Oh! Yeah, he tunneled, had all his minions tunnel under, collapsed the breweries. Then they tunneled out and got the bodies, hauled the bodies back here, and then he's reanimated all the brewers and he's got the brewers now undead. Just where he's setting up a whole shop of undead brewers.
MC Crime Dog says sour toe whiskey. Bane Stabberwocky says scream and shout stout.
Scream and shout stout.
Hipster distiller / necromancer likes his bodies and grain locally sourced.
Yeah. Artisanal farm. They're like town to table. Actually, the bodies.
Town to table. Yep. That's the title of this one.
It's gonna be hard to top. We got a thing here.
Yeah.
This is like a.
We just hit 2 hours, so this is good
yeah.
timing.
Man, I really was trying to resist throwing in the classic remastered in here, but it's exactly what this needs. And then you can build this is a good basic dungeon. Tempted to read, but no, leave it.
Leave it.
Yeah.
You can
There's
tweak it
no-
later.
There's no next month. There's nothing. All right. Well, we got something. We got a bunch of fun things to work with. The best part about these, no idea what's gonna happen when we go in. We're just like, here's some sets. What's it gonna be? Next thing you know, hipster, distiller,
Town to table.
necromancer. From town to table. This is a great one. Well, thank you everybody for all your musical suggestions and suggestions. And yeah.
I guess a recap of the news. Build of the month with the bundle with the Hellscape restock is next week. There's a survey going out tomorrow to ask you your thoughts on our next Kickstarter. And there was one more.
So it was November 11th, build of the month. The Hellspawn Hollow goes live with the rest of the Hellscape sets will be restocked that day, and there's a bundle, Hellscape bundle. So it's a good Hellscape build. November 11th, lots of Hellscape.
Mm-hmm.
Survey should go out tomorrow, asking you what do you want to see next in the realm of cities. Not to be confused, not soon to be followed, probably 2 or 3 weeks after, with another survey that's more general Kickstarter of like, hey, during our Kickstarters, do you like this? Do you want to see more of that? Do you want to see less of this? What's helpful of that? What bigger product purchase questions, sort of more general customer survey and Kickstarter specific.
And then finally, we have 2 more streams this week. Wednesday we have On the Anvil with the Nate Taylor. That's at 7 Eastern time. And then we have Hamster's Hobby Hang. Grab a hobby, come hang at 6 p.m. on Thursday.
And both will just be basically chill hang streams.
We're keeping it chill.
As opposed to
this
today's
week.
like crazy wild.
This
like,
was Wildlands. Like
no mild.
it was.
Lands.
This was Mildlands.
Yeah, we're keeping it chill this week. All right.
Okay. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in.
Yeah.
See you. I'll see you eventually. We'll do another building of the Build of the Month at some point.
Oh yeah, we need. We're
Anyway.
shooting in December. Yeah.
Bye.